Hi guys, welcome back to Shadow Work. As always, I'm excited and grateful to be here. Um, Today I want to speak about flying and the relationship that flying has with the ground. So I have been feeding birds for the past 2-3 months now, and at first I had to like build a relationship with the birds, offer something so that they could give me something. And eventually I started being able to watch the birds as they eat. And later on, I was now sitting with the birds. And there's a difference between watching birds and sitting with them. When you're watching them, you are watching from a perspective where you are actually outside, where you are not part of them. So when you're sitting with them, you are connecting to everything that they have access to. And that led me to understand the relationship between flying and grounding, because the birds respect the ground, because the ground, it's where they find nutrition. And they also fly. They are able to tap into two dimensions, and I understand that everything is actually connected to everything. Everything has a relationship with everything that connects everything else. Like the relationship with the ground. Some people want to always be flying, and they do not appreciate being on the ground, because being on the ground means something can actually grow from the ground and become something else. You know what I mean? And how, if you are flying, at some point you have to be on the ground to rest, to charge. So like, I am discovering things about life that were always right in front of me, and my world is becoming bigger. It's expanding. My world is expanding because all these things exist for everybody, but not everybody is able to actually see those things and sit with those things and understand the connection between self and all these things that are around us. Everything has two sides of a coin. Everything is connected to everything. There's an equal and opposite reaction there. Equal. And in the balance, that's where everything sits in alignment, because you are not denying anything. You are accepting all of self, all of creation, without any judgment, with just a place of understanding and connecting, so that when something reacts a certain way, you are able to not be judgmental, because now you're connected to it. You understand the relationship that you have with that thing, because now you are looking at it from a perspective of that person or that thing. Everything is connected. Everything is one thing. And a lot of people don't know how to be still. I think I'm learning to be still. The more I do it, the better I get at it. And the more I do it, the more I am able to be stiller and see more things. And flying is great, man, but however, being on the ground is also a great thing. It's seasonal things that have always existed. When you understand it, you know how to work with it, you know how to use all that energy to create something beautiful from the connection that you have with everything. Flying and grounding, being on the ground, that's nutrition, that's rest, so that you have the energy to fly again, so that you have nutrition to sustain the body so it can fly. But if you deny your relationship with the ground, what you're actually doing, you are preventing yourself from getting a place of rest and recharge, so that you can now evolve, so that you can now grow, become more than what you are. Actually, not become, realize more of what you actually are. Grounding, I'm learning to ground. Be in the cosmos, but also ground. Be here. Balance is important. But as much as balance, I don't want to go there. No, I'm not go there. So, yeah, man, I'm learning to fly. In all aspects of my life, I'm learning to fly. I am understanding my relationship with being on the ground and flying, and the birds are teaching me to fly, what it means to fly, and what it means to different people. But it's still your creation. All of it is your creation. Yeah, so it's the information is right in front of us. We just need to learn how to tune the station and tap into like who we truly are, tap into self, tap into all this information that is laying dormant in front of us. That's why they say God knocks. He's standing at the door knocking to come into your heart. The information is right in front of us. You are knocking your God. You're the creator. You are waiting. You're like, listen, just look at this. It's all here. And it's enough for everyone and everything. Like, it's flying and grounding at the same time. Understanding the balance between as above, so below, as within, so without. Understanding that you are literally your own mirror, bruh. Everything is mirroring you. Everything. You can change what is on the mirror when you change what is within the universe that you have created within yourself. It gets reflected outside of you, which is the world that you are living in, the people that you are attracting, everything. It's the world within. To fly outside, you have to fly inside. You have to fly inside and be okay with being grounded. Have things that ground you, exercise, whatever, that passion that you have that thing that grounds you and reminds you of who you truly are. Yeah, so hey man, I'm learning so much from the birds, and I now have a relationship with them, and because they are birds from all over the places, I feel connected to more places, and this is also how you get your name to be called in all these different places, because now I have made friendships with all these other places through just feeding different types of birds who come from everywhere. So I'm learning to fly. I am learning to fly, and I'm also understanding and acknowledging the relationship I have with being on the ground and grounding. Like, I'm learning these things, the relationship it has. It's the only way that I can be able to fly without truly falling, because I understand that it's a give and take. You ground, you fly, you ground, you fly. Everything works that way. So um yeah, that's what I wanted to share today. So thank you guys for sharing your energy with me. Thank you. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, night, whatever it is. And yeah, stay blessed.